All right. Hello, bless you. How you doing tonight? You head out of the city. You want to show me your sweet mount? Sure. Lead the way. Where are we going? Which exit are we taking? Okay. What? That's cool.
Yeah!
You know, for these nights when we're actually going to be like playing together, we could get on Discord if you guys want. Okay, let me see if I can figure out the wiring as far as putting it on the stream audio. Oh, let's see. I think I just need to do this. And then this. There's so much noise. There's so much noise in it. Didn't I have before? Try that. Why is it picking up me? Yes. Yeah, it's looking like it's picking up me on that. That should be me. I don't know what this sounds like on the stream right now. I might need to find out. I might need to figure out how to put someone into the stream. The stream thing's locked up too. As far as who can get the on-air things. Invite. Test. You're hearing me twice? Yeah. I don't know what is going on with that. Me. Oh, I know what it is. There we go. Let's try that. I put a link in Discord, which should let you get into the on-air Discord voice chat thing if you want. And hopefully both myself and the stream should be able to hear it now. Won't let you join? Alright, let me see. There's like permissions issue here. Why has this even got permissions on it? You guys see it now? Like, forget the link, but like, it should just be there. You think it's because it's in the other section? We can try it. I don't know if I can. Can I move the voice channel then? Oh, I guess I can. I thought they could join that one though. Oh, it like undid the permissions. What the hell? Oh, I guess when I moved it, it changed the permissions. 1 second. It says everyone can connect to it and speak in it and view the channel. Oh, why did...
Okay, I restarted Discord and now it lets me in.
Oh, so you have to restart Discord. Okay. Now we see if you actually have voice on the stream.
Yeah, I heard it through the stream as well.
Sweet.
I will now mute the stream so I don't hear everything twice. It's so weird hearing your own voice through Discord.
Yeah, it is.
Phones, or I guess you're probably used to it because you watch yourself stream.
Yeah, I watch video of myself every night. It's still weird.
I don't hear my own voice very often.
I'm trying to make sure that you guys aren't like geeking out the audio because it looks like it's not limited the same way as the other one. Yeah, just trying to make sure you guys' audio isn't like blowing out everybody's speakers. Because there's like limiters on the different channels, but I don't think that one had one.
Hello.
Oh my god! No, it's fine.
Hello.
I made it.
Okay, so we're doing Tom Tower Deepcroft, right?
Correct.
You want to join, bless you?
Yeah. Give me an invite.
Everyone's the correct class.
I'm a Marauder. I hit things with an axe. That's all I gotta do, right?
Pretty much.
Yeah. Tom Tower is pretty simple.
Mon's bringing a bird.
Shoebill doesn't really follow you until you get far enough away.
He's efficient.
So apparently I made a mistake with that robot mount. Rather than immediately opening it, I should have checked how much it sells for on the market board. Apparently when it was like first came out, it was selling for 20 million.
Oh.
And I think it's stabilized like 3 million now. It'll obviously go down as more people get it, but oh well.
Who needs money when you can have a robot mount?
The most money I've ever had, even like on my level 80 character, is 1.5 million. I don't have very much.
I had just over 9 million before I bought my house.
Yeah, that's expensive.
I've got 12,000, so basically I'm rich.
That's 5,000 more than I have. I have 7,000. I don't know where you got all the extra gold. Probably just like from like Arcanist class quests and other miscellaneous stuff you did in the past
Elite
day.
strats. Totally has to do with how I'm killing level 1 people for no apparent reason.
I mean, you don't even get experience from that because you have a level 80 in your party.
It helps with my thirst for vengeance.
Fair.
Dragon Ball over here.
Dun, 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 dun.
That's not available anymore, right? That cloud mount?
It's in the shop. The money shop.
Got it.
Figure out where I have to go after Jam Tower.
It should teleport you to the exit of it once you finish it.
Oh, well, that doesn't matter where I go.
It usually does that for main quest dungeons.
What's Des doing? We need a healer.
Yeah, she didn't get her healer leveled up enough. She's playing Shadowlands. And I think she's being a kindergarten teacher right now.
Oh.
I feel like Lancer as a class gets like half the abilities that other classes do. I get 8 abilities, like only 6 of which are by level 30. and they're all just a variant of stab something with a lance.
I mean, that sounds right. Yeah. I've been playing Paladin, Prop Paladin, and WoW and tanking, so like I'm totally ready to tank. What button do I use to throw my shield? I don't have a shield.
What do warriors throw with the ranged attack or rock?
I have a tomahawk throw. I think. Yeah, tomahawk.
Well, that's good. At least we didn't grab someone off the leveling roulette and force them to bring us through this dungeon.
They know what they signed up for. Which way do I go? This way?
There's actually only one way to go.
Oh, yeah.
But most dungeons in this game might have like little other paths around, but it's very obvious which is the correct way. It's not really like a get lost or maze.
Level up.
I'm still so jealous of your earrings. You're getting over
They are nice
over
earrings.
200% experience from each
Yeah,
belt.
I am right now, yeah.
I've never seen over 200%. I'm at 183.
You get when you play the game forever, but I don't have no experience still.
Yeah, those earrings come from pre-ordering one of the expansions.
Gotcha.
Considering I didn't even play this game at all until 5.3. Can't have done that. I don't think we have to go in there. I guess we can.
Oh. You said there's no wrong way to go, man.
I also said there are a bunch of side paths.
That's true.
Whatever.
It's just extra experience, right?
Right.
Yeah, 200%. Or 210%.
I mean, hey, the 2,300 experience you're getting here is more than killing a random mob in the wild will give you at like level 50.
There you go.
Because
And 8 gil apiece.
random enemy kills in the wild scale terribly.
As they should. I do like how the... Oh, actually, not even healing. I do like how Final Fantasy like really makes you do multiplayer stuff. You don't have to actually pay attention to other people. You can pretend like you're solo and just have a lot of really intelligent AI running around with you, but you have to do a lot of multiplayer stuff.
How does that compare to WoW?
You don't have to do anything.
Got it.
You could level from 1 to max in WoW and just solo horror.
Is that because dungeons and the like aren't required for main story?
Yeah, you're never required to do a dungeon.
Where's the fun in that?
There's no like main story in WoW. I mean, there is and there isn't. You can do whatever quests you want.
So when new content comes out, you're just like going around picking up random quests that you find?
There's sort of a through line to each zone, but it's not like hard and fast. Marcus Aurelius. I realize I have a new ability. I haven't figured out what it does yet. Oh, it's an interrupt. Now, doing dungeons in WoW is a very efficient way to level.
Same here.
So a lot of people do dungeons. And if you don't have heirlooms, it's also nice to be able to get like dungeon gear. Dungeon gear is typically slightly better than questing gear.
Makes sense.
Just a treasure chest in here.
Yeah, I have no idea when it comes to like holding aggro right now. I'm just trying to hit everything. Oh, again. This item is not suited to your current class. It's like, oh, it would look great on me.
Yeah, I wish they let you do cross-class just for glamours.
I kind of understand why they don't, just because like a lot of the glamours are very much like class-specific glamours.
I just do like...
It also makes it so that like if you look at someone, you can it's often very easy to tell, oh hey, I'm looking at a summoner, or I'm looking at a black mage, or whatever, just because of what they're wearing.
Yeah, until everyone's dressed in like swimsuits.
Yeah, that was true in WoW way back in the day. But then, what was it, like against Wrath?
Yeah, you just keep giving these Disciple of War things. I'll take them all.
Like around Wrath of the Lich King or so, they homogenized the gear. Like, which you kind of what we have here in Final Fantasy. Like you instead of having paladin gear, you have plate gear. Like all the plate guys can wear it.
Yeah, there is a little bit of class-specific armor, but most of it is like, at least for now, it's like all melee DPS or all physical DPS or all tanks, things like that. Later on, it gets more specific, and it's like, okay, ranged physical DPS, where's these, and magical DPS, where's these, things like that.
Like back in the day, in the first couple expansions of WoW, you would find like plate gear with int on it, and that was just paladin gear, because no other person that wears plate wanted int, because the other plate users weren't casters. But nowadays, you'll find plate gear that has like agility, strength, and int on it, and some of the stats will be like grayed out if they're not for your class.
Is everyone voting on everything? Because I want to equip these if they.
I am. I assumed it was the random guy.
Yeah,
I haven't been reading.
I voted.
Yeah, was it?
Oh, I can't equip it during combat.
I wonder if there's just trash packs. If I should just do overpower or whatever again.
Yeah, if you have an
Was it all of
AoE,
them?
just always spam the AoE on 3 or more targets. Unless you have damage buffs to go along with it, but generally just spam your AoE. It's the most damage and it helps you keep aggro and everything.
I just run around and go pew pew pew.
How many damaging abilities do you have as a mechanist at level 18?
5?
I love Mechanist so much.
Why?
Very mobile, ranged DPS.
And the rotation is super easy.
Yeah.
I mean, have you looked at Dancer's rotation?
I haven't gotten to the answer yet.
Have you tried Dancer, Blusher?
No. I hear it's fun though.
It's very simple. Basically, you have like 2 single target abilities and 2 AoE abilities, and each of those has a 50% chance to allow you to use another single target or AoE ability, and then that has a 50% chance to give you like a fan resource, which you spend on a fan ability, and that fan ability has a 50% chance to allow you to use another fan ability. So sometimes your combo's like two attacks, and sometimes it's like 5. But that's it. That's literally all their attacks follow that pattern.
Should have called the class Gambler.
Basically. At like level 70, it gets an ability that just gives you all your procs at once. But yeah, there's that, and then there's the dancing, and that's it. It's a very simple class to play. And of course you can continue moving while doing it, and it has 3 dashes.
I keep telling myself I need to learn to play Demon Hunter and WoW because they're so mobile and I love mobility so much. Demon Hunters are just stupid mobile though. They have like a double jump and a glide and a dash and a...
Yeah, I think Dancer is the most mobile class in this game. In terms of casters, Red Mage is obviously the most mobile. That's why I originally went for Red Mage. But Red Mage requires an enemy to dash to and away from, so still pretty restrictive.
I don't even know if I know the WoW classes right now. 'Cause they just released all the changes.
Yeah, it's like when I came back to this game, and you could fly in the starting zone, so I was like, what?
Yeah, and it's very obvious that they were not designed with the ability to fly in mind.
level up, but not for now. You hit level 29.
Actually, I might actually gain 4 levels in this one dungeon.
Yeah, I got 3 so far.
Why are they targeting me?
Yeah. I really like Mona.
Apparently.
That's because Gilded doesn't have his tank stance on.
Oh, yeah, well, at this point, it's the end of the dungeon. Should I really? I'm just sitting here going, man, I'm having a hard time.
The entire time.
Yeah.
These first couple dungeons are the only ones you'd ever get away with that on.
Yeah, I was like sitting here going, man, I am doing shit for keeping aggro in this dungeon. It all makes sense now. That's what I get for turning off that stupid icon. It was big and red and annoying, so I got rid of it. I was like, I'll be able to see the buff.
I mean, as you level up, that gauge will expand with more stuff.
Wait, where is? Oh, there it is. All right, I'll put the buff on for the mine.
You can also tell if you go to in your party, you'll see you have the little buff next to your next to your HP.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was saying. I was like, I'll just see the buff, but I didn't. All right, I'll take this guy.
Same.
The poor healer probably didn't even know better.
Probably.
He just thinks I'm a horrible tank.
Like,
right.
Usually I notice these things, but you were actually keeping aggro just fine. Like, I wasn't getting hit by anything.
Yeah, but I was working really hard to do it.
Yeah, like, normally it should be something you don't really have to think about. You just, like, spam AoE and everything.
Like, I was sitting here being like, man, when I was playing WoW earlier today, it's so easy to hold aggro.
We're already a
Maybe
boss
the
to fully
interrupt
resist
didn't
stun. Gosh. And
I used my brand new interrupt ability, and he just like didn't give a shit.
My controller just disconnected.
Uh-oh.
Okay, I'm back. That was interesting.
Hey, we got some new friends.
I'm not even sure Lancer even gets an AoE before becoming a Dragoon.
It used to be so much more work to get your job. Like when I played the game at launch,
Wow, you stole
you had to get level 30 in one job and level 15 in another one.
Yeah, I leveled up
Like,
4 times in this dungeon. Jeez.
Duty complete. Exit. Alright.
Wow, it's literally all Disciple Award here, huh?
There's a plundered grimoire.
Everyone make sure to commend the healer.
Indeed. Well done, sir.
Who's he gonna commend though?
the tank you didn't have his tank
Not
stance
me.
on.
Shouldn't do me, man. That'd be bad.
Are we waiting for something?
Wait, come on.
Okay, cool. He left. Yeah, I think he didn't realize that he's supposed to press pass on things that he doesn't want.
Yeah, maybe because like he was just like letting a lot of gear just kind of like ride.
Okay, I am in full dungeon gear now. Cool.
Oh, one that strikes the most gentlemanly.
Nice. Okay,
Perfect.
apparently it doesn't teleport you immediately there.
No, I'm back over here now.
Oh, that's
All right,
because
so where do I
it
gotta go?
just immediately wants you to go to Gridania.
Go beat.
Never mind, I leveled up 5 times.
Jeez.
Oh man,
Now
I
it's
did
from
not get that many
16 to
levels.
21.
Hey, Karanova, how's it going?
And the next dungeon's a level 17 dungeon.
Yeah, I'm 21 now. 21 and a half.
I'm just along for the ride.
Sure you don't want to make an alt character?
I put so much work into this one.
Oh, you've used the same character. You just switch jobs.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could be leveling an alt job with it.
Karanova, do we have room in our dungeon party? We do have one more spot.
But it has to be a healer,
We kind
I
of need to be a healer, though. We're missing a healer.
Fletcher, do you have any healers leveled?
I do not. Do I have?
Karanova says he can come as a healer.
Cool. Though I think we should probably break and do our class quest now. We just did 20.
Yeah.
But then we'll do the next dungeon.
I got a Dragoon at 53.
That is not a healer.
Nope.
Or is it? No, it's not. Wait, don't leave me alone, please. I'm so sorry. How much farther in the main quest is it before we get another dungeon?
Oh, hey, it's Edda. I forgot she was part of the thing. Like literally next quest or two.
Okay.
Where because we did the Limsa dungeon,
It's like
we did the
one in
Gridania
each-
one, and now
one
we
in
do
each
Copperfield
country.
Mines.
Right. So I guess Ed is a character you see again later.
Edda's related to what's called the Deep Dungeon, which is basically a roguelike experience almost. You enter as any class, you start at level 1, and you explore and get items specific to that, and you level up while in it, and that level is separate. And there's
Cool.
like traps and things like that. You go up like
Oh, fun.
floors. And and at the end, like every 10 floors, once you exit, you get a good chunk of experience towards whatever class you entered as. So it's like a decent alternate leveling method.
I think they're adding a roguelike kind of thing like that to WoW and Shadowlands too. I guess they copied that. Isn't the Deep Dungeon from Final Fantasy Tactics? I think it's a Final Fantasy Tactics. Oh no, Karanova. I hope you can resolve it, man. Elheim, there's trouble afoot. Do you recall the lad whose parents were slain by the beast Kujata? The boy's grandfather, Neddard, but recently contacted us with worrisome news. Young Sigurd has gone missing. There have been sightings of Kujata in the area, but it would seem that the child felt compelled to seek the creature out. As you are familiar with the boy and his tragic tale, I would have you attend to this matter. My sister awaits you at Bismarck. She has been apprised of the situation and will aid you in plotting a suitable course of action. Ah, Elheim, I assume you're here to discuss the missing child and not to sample a bowl of mutton stew. First things first. I would advise against rushing off to peer under every rock in the countryside. We need more information to direct our search. I suggest we head to the Red Rooster Stead and learn more we can from old Neddard. Lower Ladaska. When you unlock mounts, do you get all the mounts you had in your other character, or do you have to get them again?
Characters are basically completely separate. Like, the only way to get anything from one character to another is by opening two Final Fantasy XIV windows and trading them.
Fair enough. Yeah, I was just wondering, because like in WoW, a lot, like all your mounts are like the count bound, so like once you unlock it, you have it on all your characters. But then in WoW, you can't do multiple classes on one character either, so...
Right, yeah, there isn't much that's account locked here.
I'll just have to get them again. Thank you, God's Ear. Thank the gods you're here. Seems my grandson is set on causing naught but trouble for you. But surely you can... Oh, the lad is feeling. Surely you can how the lad is feeling. How he's boiling with hate for you, for that murderous beast. And the last time when you came along like an avenging angel and showed him the strength of your steel, well, he lit a fire in his belly. Must have gotten in his head to take revenge on the beast himself, daft little bugger. Then he rode. Once he heard Kujata had been spotted near Aleport while he shot through the door like an arrow from a bow, and I ain't seen him since. I beg you, find my little cigarette before he gets stomped to death. That big bastard Oryx has spilled more than enough blood for me, kin. Course is clear, we must out for Aleport at once. An old acquaintance of mine often stands guard at the port gates. He might know something of the lad's whereabouts. To Aleport. have I seen a boy wandering around by himself? As a matter of fact, me and my fellow gate guard here just watched a young lad traipsing off to the north. We were arguing whether or not to abandon our post and bring the child back ourselves. Large packs of jackals have been prowling the wilds of late, so you mean to head after him? Pray, do so quickly. Hells, I might even pass along word to the Marauders Guild. You'd be better off with an extra blade or two at your back. Alright, got a couple places here. Yep, I saw the message, Carnova. The Carnova's on now. You can get in Discord too if you want to, Carnova. Up to you.
Oh yeah, that 5 levels was without heat of battle, huh?
I forgot about that.
How'd you get so many levels?
I was getting plus 183% experience.
I was getting 210%.
Right, but you started a level above me.
Ah,
So you're currently like half a level ahead of me.
Must have been in a desperate hurry indeed to cast away his belongings in such a careless manner. I myself came across this wood axe, the tool the lad took from the steadcrafts. I hear you. Is that you, Carnova?
Hello.
Yes.
Gods below, Elheim. Over there. Level sync, level 24. That will be alright.
That's generally that listed level's 4 levels above what you're supposed to be for it. It's basically just saying the max level that it will let you be for that.
Oh, I have to get out of the party to do this, I think.
Correct.
Right now, do I got feedback? I'm using the chat thing or page thing.
That's a big one. He just stomps in his general direction. Roan.
Guess that looks right.
Elheim.
Oh, by the way, Gilded, there's a person you can talk to in Gridania that will let you get some cool looking mounts pretty early on if you want some mounts that are more than just a chocobo as you unlock them.
Yeah, I know. I got, that's some of the ones I had in the other one.
Okay.
Thank you. You talking about the guy like for like the achievement points
Yep.
or whatever?
Yeah.
I remember I had like a behemoth and a little Arimon and stuff, you know.
Yep.
It was a good thing I did that dungeon first. Now I'm tanking thing on for this.
Oh, which dungeon?
Oh yeah, if you just got on, you missed that we did the entirety of Tamtari Deepcroft with Gilded forgetting to turn on tank stance.
You guys don't have a Kalatai yet. The level 21 unlocked yet, huh?
You unlock what?
The level 20 dungeon is the side quest dungeon.
Palatali?
Yeah. That was
Yeah.
pretty fun.
Yeah, we're still going through the first 3 main story dungeons.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I'm doing my level 20 Marauder quest right now.
Oh, that one's good.
Step aside.
Oh, machinist.
Rawr.
Yes.
TK said if you want to go Sky or Gage.
He breathes yet.
Pretty solid.
We withdraw to the Red Rooster's stead. Follow my lead, Leoheim. I don't know if there's a closer way to go. Perhaps. Yeah, I had to go back from Ale Map to Lower Lenoska. And for now, while we're in not in the dungeon, I muted the Discord on the stream, so you feel free to figure it out. All right. Okay, lightning sprite core. What? You need one? Your mic will be fine. We can turn up your volume on our end. I'm not quite there yet. How many dungeons are there that aren't part of the main story? Ooh. I have nothing. All right. It's like distorted. Oh, I can't wait till I get a mount. Oh boy, Ifrit. Here we go. You brought him home. I don't got words to thank you. Lad's past the worst of it. Shook his head in the fall, though, and it may be some time before he opens his eyes. Thank you for coming, brother. You hadn't scattered those jackals when you did. I have done naught to earn your thanks. When I learned of the situation from Aleport, I realized the dangers were greater than I anticipated. No single marauder could have hoped to fend off such numbers in time. Pray accept my apologies, Neddard. You turned to us for help, and yet your grandson now lies before you broken and battered. You risked your lives to save Sigurd. How's a man to find fault with that? It's me who ought to be begging forgiveness for the wounds that you took protecting me, foolish boy. You needn't concern yourself with our well-being. Our training prepares us for such eventualities. There is not more we can accept here, Elheim. It is time we return to the guild and focus on other tasks. All right. I'm glad the lad will live, but I fear this will not be the last time Sigurd abandons caution in the thirst of his vengeance against Kujata. The wound in his heart festers and seeds, feeding on his impatience at our seeming inaction. But we do not think ill of the boy. Instead, let his helpless rage be a spur to our efforts. I say again, Elheim, Kujata will fall by your hand, and I will shape you into the deadly weapon you need to be. Alright. Oh. Ooh. Stuff. Nice. Level 22. Welcome to the quicksand, friend. I'm a tad busy right now. You wouldn't mind showing yourself to... Oh, it's you, Elheim. And there I was spouting the same tired line. Miue sent word that you'd be reporting for duty. She also made a point of calling you the adventurer of the moment. That ain't no small praise coming from her. But you didn't come all the way here to listen to my prattle. Doubtless you're eager to get started, so let's talk business, shall we? The petitioner ought to be arriving any moment now. Gods almighty, another second under that sun and I would have been set afire. A tankard of ale, if you'd be so kind. Excellent timing, Papa Shan. Just so happens the adventurer who'll be handling your petition is here. Oh, why isn't our good friend Elheim? It does my spirit well to know you're the one who'll be helping us. Mayhap you'd like to apprise Elheim of her mission? Yes, of course. The petitioner in question has submitted an acquaintance of mine, Magina and Sons mineral concern. It relates to an unfortunate development in the Copperbell mines. The playing giants have seized control of the place. These giants are of a clan known as the Hecaton Cherries, fearsome creatures who were sealed within the deepest depths of the mines during the bygone Thorn dynasty. Alas, it seems they have managed to break through the layer of rock which served to imprison them and now prowl the tunnels where the miners ply their trade. The creatures are justifiably angry about their treatment at the hands of our ancestors, and their presence has forced the suspension of all mining activities on the site. It's no wonder they're angry. Didn't the Thorn dynasty come to an end over 300 years ago? You know your history well, my lady. The people of that age used Hecaton cherries to work their mines, and by way of their enchanted helms, they were able to bind the ferocious creatures to their will. But as is off the way of such tales, these enchantments eventually failed, and the slaves rose up against their masters. In a desperate bid to contain the unbridled fury of them, our ancestors induced the collapse of the mine's lowermost levels. So it was that the great giant revolt was ended, buried beneath 100,000 tons of rock. Well, now, that's got me thinking. I seem to recall there being an article about Copperbell in the Mithril Eye a fortnight or so ago. It said the mines are being reopened so as to meet the rising demand for building materials. Like it is not, our boys dug a bit too deep and freed the giants. Gods, to think the poor creatures are still alive and kicking down there after centuries. 3 centuries. It's a long time to nurse a grudge. They must be seething. Indeed, and that makes them a danger to us all. There'll be no mining at Copperbell so long as they remain. For the sake of our peace and prosperity, they must be subdued, and this is the task we would have you undertake. It's not denying the mission will be rife with danger, but our need is great, and so I beg you, put an end to this sorry business. Gods bless you. I feared you might have reservations, but I assure you it is for the best. In case you don't know, Copperbell mines are in Western Thanland. Do take care, you hear? Ah, and one last thing before you depart. An employee of Magina and Sons is presently at the quicksand. The fellow's name is Painted Mesa, and he knows Copperbell mines well. It may behoove you to seek his counsel. And I'm almost to the Copperbell mines quest. Looking for Painted Mesa? You found him. So you're the adventurer who's volunteering to deal with the mess down in Copperbell, are you? You got guts, miss. I just hope you got the skills to go with them, because things ain't pretty down there. The Hecaton shares left the place in a right state and nary a week after mining resumed. I don't know if you know this, but Copperbell was old when the second old dynasty was still young, and it was abandoned centuries ago. If it hadn't been for the shortage of materials needed for rebuilding effort, their concern would never have thought to reopen it. We knew full well about the giants beforehand, but the project went ahead anyway. I mean, nothing could possibly survive being buried under a mountain worth of rock for 3 centuries, right? Wrong. Our miners dug up more than they bargained for. One swing of the pickaxe too many, and they found themselves in the company of giants. Unless we can subdue them, the nation's glorious recovery will grind to a halt for want of aught to build with. The stone torches are keeping watch over the entrance in case the giants fancy some sunlight and fresh air. One of them will be able to show you the way in. The hope of the nation's resting on you, my friend. Be best of luck. Alright, Copperbell. Yeah, it's over by Horizon. Okay, guys. I'm heading over to Copperbell.
Yeah, I'm here already waiting.
Yay, we got a full party.
Now we have a light party.
Okay, fair enough. We have a full light party. We're not inviting randoms, that's what I'm saying.
It's the queue.
So, giants, huh? Got some giants to deal with.
And lots of bombs.
Giants who've been buried underground for 3 centuries.
Good call
That
going
sucks
in
for
as
them.
scholar, by the way. At this level, you literally don't even have to use any spells, and you can just let the fairy heal.
There's
Yeah,
been
no,
an
it's
incident inside
good, yeah.
Copperville Mines. We're here to ensure the effects are contained, but for your own safety, I suggest you stay well away from here. What? You're the adventurers volunteered to quell the giants? I didn't think the Papa Shan would be able to find someone so quickly, if at all. The giants are content to wreak havoc inside the mine for now, but it's only a matter of time before they come outside. The sooner you get to see them,
Can
the
I go in
better.
as minimum
Make it
item
ready
level?
as you can.
Does that even do anything here? Doesn't look like it.
The controller's trying to like vibrate off the table over there. I'm using mouse and keyboard, but the controller's still plugged in, and it's like, "Arr." Danilin Copperville Mines.
There is one fight in this dungeon that the tank needs to know what they're doing. So we'll let you know when we get there.
It's like, all right, so for one of the fights in here, you got to know what the hell you're doing.
Just
All right,
tank.
just at least one of them.
Just the tank.
Not like Hunter's Day.
I want you to know this is going to go 50% better than last time because I just cast Defiance.
Congrats.
Oh,
You're a real tank now.
I'm a real boy. I'm just gonna hold down the number 5 key. My job is done. Now we shall charge blindly ahead.
oh, I forgot to eat. There we go.
Hit floor.
Oh, good call. My food
Lingerie?
wore off.
Ooh, food, yeah.
Yeah, gotta have that extra 3% EXP buff.
It's important. Oh my god, I've been playing too much Paladin. I'm like, why can't I cast Judgment? I'm trying to throw my shield. It isn't working. Muscle memory working against me. I need to like move my keybinds around to make them match what my paladin has. At least in spirit. Like put my tomahawk throw where I normally have the shield throw, etc. I'm just following you. There was a side path, but I'm guessing it was a side path. This poor dude has been sitting in this wall. Just waiting. He's like, it's gonna be so cool when someone walks by.
How do you know we were there, though?
I'd like to think that there's a family just back there. When one dies, another one just takes its place.
Alright, this is your turn. Get in position.
Feel free to do larger pulls if you want as well. Not just stop on every enemy.
Oh, okay.
Eos can take care of it.
It's always disconcerting when you're in a dungeon and suddenly everything stops moving and you're going, oh, I'm lagging. What's happening? So, just to be clear, pull the entire dungeon. Got it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
at
why
these
not?
levels, you might as well.
Yeah, plus I'm a scholar, so I have an extra healer.
I don't think there's anybody else to pull in here, though. All right. And I remember back in the day when you had to actually like do the dungeon, you know,
Yeah.
like the fights were fights. I don't know about this game. I'm thinking of World of Warcraft. World of Warcraft would be back in like classic, like original classic, not talking about current classic. I don't know if it's really the same. Like you had to like actually use crowd control and shit.
Oh, it is like that later.
Yay! This is a boss fight, isn't it?
Kinda. It's more just like
Lots of
random
little-
waves of random enemies.
Clearly, I'm not needed here.
Neither am I. I'm just capping bio.
Things are dying before I get to them. I'm just gonna stand here and let me know if anything comes up.
I think Flesh is just killing.
I'll be rearranging my abilities.
I'm gonna stand on these boxes. That's a little more useful. Aw, fell off.
That helps. I'm guarding the healer.
There's a golem.
Technically a boss, I guess.
Sure.
Upgrades, people.
Yeah, a lot of tank gear in this one.
Oh yeah.
Considering the last one had like melee DPS upgrades. It certainly feels like certain dungeons have a higher chance to drop a certain type of gear than others. But it's completely anecdotal. I don't know if that's actually the case.
I personally think it just depends on the class. If you have more healers and magic stuff, mages, you know what I mean?
And it's always fun to do dungeons when you actually have a group.
Maybe we can find enough to have a full party for a trial at some point.
Oh boy.
That'd be cool. And this is only like my 4th or 5th night playing Final Fantasy 14 on the stream. Maybe we'll chat more people. Or you know, the guild could have like advertise the Gilded. Not my guild.
No, originally it was just like me and a couple other people I knew. They're like, let's just make a guild so we can have more storage space.
Oh, see, for me and my friends, it was all about that heat of battle.
That's not as useful at level 80.
Are you saying your friends had all their characters level 80?
All the ones they play as.
Okay, here, before you start this one, so this is the one the tank needs to know what they're doing. Well,
too late.
Too late. Just keep the
On the
boss
bomb,
right next
right?
to the improved blasting device.
Yeah, you need to blow them up,
Yeah.
right?
That's it.
I vaguely
So we
remember that.
need to not kill this blasting cap. We just need to cause it to self-destruct.
Yeah, that's why I just cast bio on it.
You do like just under half, I think. Yeah.
There it goes.
I always love playing tank.
Too much responsibility.
Oh no, it's not. Tanking is fun.
Yeah, it is. Come on, you bastard.
Come on, blow up, you stupid bomb.
GG. Nope. One last step.
Oh, what did we get? Oh, mage outfit that I don't need. Get card out.
Yeah, as you can tell, we're not leveling up quite as many times in this dungeon.
Yeah. That's okay.
Bring
We
in
have a
more.
lot of dungeons.
There actually is a main story quest requirement that you have to get to before you can do your job quest, even if you're already level 30.
Cool.
So there is a chance that we get to level 30 and can't unlock our jobs yet. That's what I'm saying.
You should already be well far into the story, like, even before you get that.
Am I going the wrong way? Where did you guys go? I think I went the wrong way. Yep. You guys don't need a tank, right?
Nah.
Clearly. I hit him once, it counts.
Oh, there's a chest back here.
I like they don't have to actually loot monsters in 14.
Alright, so
It's like auto loot.
for this boss, he'll like hit a wall to summon ads, and the ads will also hit walls. Just ignore everything and DPS the boss down.
Yeah.
Okay, ignore everything. Got it.
Yeah, everything with the boss.
That's easy.
Like, you might have to follow the boss around, but that's it.
Yeah, he wanders up.
I already have my marching orders. Ignore everything.
Oh, they're immediately.
Gee. Is that the end of the dungeon?
Yep.
Yeah. Yep.
That was a good one.
Yeah, it only took 60 minutes. Hey, there's that paladin gear.
Oh yeah, as I found out, the anti-tower is the dungeon to run if you want the glow on these level 80 relics, by the way.
Really?
Not sure what you ran.
I just did the library over and over.
Which library?
The
Fractal Continuum?
no, it's the
You
hard
mean the Great Library?
version.
Oh, right. Yeah, there is a level 60 scuba library card, isn't there?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Great Library.
Got it. Yeah. At like 2 a.m., the anti-tower queues were pretty instant because everyone was just doing them at level 80.
I did one leveling to get one of them, and it was just regular Titan.
That's always nice when you just want to get done quick and you get Titan or a crit or something.
Alright. Oh, the gold saucer. Gold saucer? I don't mind if I do. Alright. Ah, the Conqueror of Copperbell returns. Thanks to you, our mining operation can resume, and Ulda have material she needs to rebuild. The entire nation is in your debt, friend. I'll share the good tidings with Papa Sean the next time I see him. And as for you, you'll want to report to Momodi. It'll do the woman well to see you alive in one piece. No! Shut your mouth, you thieving little swine. You stole from me. Don't even try to deny it. Please, sir, I didn't steal nothing. I bought this, paid for it with my own coin. What rot? You refugees are all the same. You couldn't afford maggoty mole meat, much less choice cut of dodo. I'm gonna say it one more time. Give back what you stole, or I'll make you wish you'd never set foot in this town. By rights, I should turn you over to the brass blades, you know. Help keep the streets safe for law-abiding citizens. But I'm a reasonable man. If you agree to serve me in whatever capacity I require, the authorities needn't hear of your crime. Damn. But I ain't done nothing wrong. 12 is me witness. Please, adventurer, help me, I beg of ye. I swear on my mother's grave, I didn't steal nothing. I bought this with my own coin I'd saved. I only wanted to treat my child with a decent meal. And who the hells are you when you're... And who the hells are you when you're at home? This dog's master? I've had enough of this mummer's farce. You lot teach them a lesson. Haven't even begun to have to go to... What is it? A place just past Horizon over and over and over again? That's the next 90 steps. Well, that's handy. Oh, we should do all the dungeons. Every dungeon. I ain't getting paid enough for this. Hey, where the hell do you think you're going? Thank you, kind adventurer. Thank you thrice over. Uh-oh. Never trust the drugs you find in the bottom of a mine. I'd swear there were more refugees when I last looked. You wouldn't be mistaken. But it's been 5 years since the calamity. Why are only coming here now? It's simple, really. While a number of hamlets survived the intermediate aftermath of the calamity, many were no longer able to support their communities. The residents found their lands had either been rendered barren or cut off from trade routes, and problems like those aren't easily solved. Though they tried to make the best of it, it was only a matter of time before they were forced to abandon their homes and seek a new life in the city. I see. But the calamity affected the whole realm, didn't it? it's the same thing happened in the other cities? If the talk is true, yes. Though perhaps our situation is more pronounced, Ul'dah has a reputation for being prosperous, so it's natural the refugees would try their luck here first. My heart goes out to them, truly it does, but I would be lying if I said that I wasn't apprehensive. I hope their presence doesn't foment lawlessness in the city. Well, if things do take a turn for the worse, we always have the immortal flames. I dare say the brass blades would welcome their help. The heroes who fought the Garlean Empire patrolling the streets for riffraff? It may well come to that. Impoverished and desperate as they are, you may be sure some of the refugees will turn to crime. You know what the place is like. You've no coin if you've no hope. What will become of our city? Not all refugees are bad, mind you. Some are able to find employment and lead honest lives. Dodo tenderloins. Get your Dodo tenderloins, guaranteed cheapest in Thanland. Thank you for your custom, madam. Please coming in. Look around. You'd think Ul'dah was well on its way to recovery. But peer through the veil of prosperity, you'd see no end to the misery and suffering. Yeah, it's gonna take me a little longer because I'll just actually like read all the text and watch all the cutscenes. Madam, are you alright? What now? You mean to threaten the defenseless citizen? What, saw her buy meat, you say? That's absurd. Eyes, did I? Leave the poor woman alone, you damnable vulture. Who said that? I'll overlook this, but just this once. God's bless you, adventurer. If you hadn't come along when you did, who knows what monsters might have done. Don't bear thinking about. All's well that ends well. Ah, we meet again, Snancred. Pray do not mistake my intent, for it is always honorable. But I may have been watching you ever since you departed Ul'dah. You played the part of envoy to perfection, confident as a woman on a diplomatic mission should be, yet unfailingly courteous to your betters. And when your travels led you into the midst of danger, you faced it without so much as a flinch. You, my lady, are quite a marvel, and I confess to being quite taken with you. Ah, but my lavish praise continues. Most of all, I was struck by your readiness to aid those in need, even when words were all the reward you could expect to receive. Such selflessness is a rare thing in this day and age. All of which leads me to conclude that you are indeed the one whom I have been looking for, an adventurer possessed of a very rare set of qualities. To be sure, your rescue of that damsel in distress was more of a happy accident, but rescue her you did, and that is what matters in the end. I feel I should mention at this point that I also harbor a burning interest of a certain talent of yours. I speak of your visions. You have been experiencing visions, have you not? Well, it just so happens that I know a woman who shares your talent, and we can help you understand it. She and I belong to the same organization, and we should both be delighted beyond words if you would agree to join our cause. Naturally, there are benefits to being part of such a collective. For one, we should be glad to assist you in realizing your potential as an adventurer. You need not give me an answer now. Think upon it, and if you feel moved to help us, then I pray you shall, speak with Momodi, the ever lovely and youthful mistress of the Mr. Quicksand. Tell her the Scions of the Seventh Dawn have found their woman, and she will tell you where to find us. Seems like that are becoming ever more common, I'm afraid. Don't worry though, if you work hard, you'll probably be alright. Saying that if you ever find yourself in a spot of bother, come and see me. Some don't go pestering me every time you graze your knee, eh? Of course, I do enjoy hearing a gentleman's woes with the womenfolk from time to time. Ah, Elheim, sorry to keep you waiting. I was just providing guidance to a fresh off the carriage adventurer. But gods, it's good to see you safe and well. To look at you, no one would ever guess you'd been hard at it with giants in the dark. I never doubted for a moment you'd succeed, of course. Neither did Papa Shan, which ain't to say he won't be overjoyed. Oh, before I forget, there's a lass here who wants a word with you. Didn't actually know your name, but hearing her description, I knew who she meant right away. Thank you for sparing the time. I realize you don't know me, but I've been longing to speak with you for a while now. My name is Edda. I'm an adventurer like you, and though not very good at being one, if truth be told. Anyway, I was adventuring with my friends in Gridania when I'm sorry, we were in Gridania when the leader of our party was killed. His name was Avir. He and I were to be wed this spring. You may not remember him, but to say that he remembered you would be an understatement. He would sing your praises from dawn to dusk. He saw you in what you were, you see, an adventurer's adventurer, and you swore that he would be like you one day. I believed he would have succeeded had a fiend not robbed him of a chance, and since that day I have thought long and hard about giving up adventuring. But when I think of the woman you are and of all you've achieved, I find that I'm inspired just as Avir once was. And so I've decided to start again as an adventurer, and I'll go back to the village of my birth and begin training anew. But I wanted to meet you first, to ask your name. Elheim Gilded. I shouldn't forget it. Thank you, Elheim Gilded. I pray we'll meet you again. Farewell. Adventuring can be cruel, bleeding business. Time was, I didn't know why anyone would bother. When they first asked me to take charge of the guild here, I didn't want aught to do with you lot. That'd be a right pain in the arse looking after y'all. But again, against my better judgment, I decided to accept the post, and I'm full glad I did. I feel privileged to be part of your lives. And that goes double for yours, Elheim. And what did you say? You want to know about the Scions of the Seventh Dawn? They're beginning to move in earnest, then. Listen, Elheim, the Scions aren't no ordinary folk, and the work they do ain't no ordinary work. I know full well how capable you are, but even you would think twice about attempting some of the stuff they do. Knowing that, you're still certain you want to get involved? I'll tell you what I can. There's so much talking. True. So you want to know more, do you? Well, that ain't a surprise. It ain't that a surprise. I swear if I painted certain death on the door and limitless wealth on another, 9 out of 10 adventurers would go through the first. And the other bloke wouldn't be able to choose on account of being Old Dawn. Anyway, don't say I didn't warn you. First of all, if you're wondering whether you can trust these Scions of the Seventh Dawn, you can. They're good people who've made it their mission to solve some of yours' most pressing problems. Of course, that ain't no small task, so they're always looking for dependable individuals to join them. Individuals like you, Elheim. Now, I've been given leave to tell you where to find the Scions, but you must promise to keep this information to yourself. As you can probably imagine, it's something the Orzia's enemies would very much like to know. The Scions are headquartered in Vesper Bay, out in western Thanlin. The place you're looking for is called the Waking Sands. Give your name to whoever sits at the entrance and you'll be let in. You're a woman in demand, Elheim, and the days ahead promise to be busy, but I hope you won't forget your old friend Momodi. Drop in and tell me how you're faring from time to time, you hear? Alright, well, I've said my piece. Off you go. Alright. Alright. What we got going on here? You carry corpses in your inventory? Yeah, that sounds normal. Like when you do a solo run in a Dragon Quest game and you just have like 3 coffins following you the whole game. Everywhere you go, you lug 3 coffins behind you. It's no wonder you're so strong. That's for coloring your gear. That's for glamours. That's a rock. All right. Deep in the desert of my heart, a lonely flower blooms, yearning for the heavens above to quench my thirst for you. Huh? I would thank you not to sting up on me like that. Now, please be advised that this is private property. Unless you have pertinent business here, I must ask you to... You're at the behest of Thancred. My sincerest apologies. May I please have your name? Elham Gilded. Elham Gilded. Here you are. I bid you welcome to the Waking Sands, headquarters of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. My name is Tataru, and I look forward to assisting you during your time with us. The Ascendant is within the Solar. I shall let her know who expects you. Ah, the Waking Sands. How I have not missed you. I take it you are Elham Gilded. Tataru sent word you had arrived. Lady Minfilia, yeah, has eagerly awaited your coming. Please, this way, if you please. Please. Yay, Scions!
Of whom I've heard so much.
Voice acting.
Well met, friend. My name is Minfilia, and I lead the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. I have awaited your coming. Please, be at ease. You are among friends here. No doubt you are ripe to burst with questions. But have patience. All will be revealed in time. First, let me begin by telling you who we are and what we do. We are the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, an order that transcends political boundaries. Our single objective is the preservation of the future of Eorzea. Among our gravest concerns are the godlike beings known as the Primals. Their existence is a bane upon Eorzea, nay, the world at large, and we have striven to find a lasting solution to the threat they pose. Our order is home to a number of individuals who, like you, possess a rare and special talent. This talent takes various forms, but one holds particular interest for us. Tell me, have you ever experienced a sudden, inexplicable loss of consciousness? Have you ever had the sensation of being pulled away from reality? Felt as though you were hovering in space, a mind without a body? All these things are the manifestations of your talent. Yours is the power to transcend the boundaries of the soul, a power known as the Echo. The Echo allows you to pass through the walls of a man's soul and hear the resonations of his past. You will be there in his memories and see things as he saw them. You may even interact with that which you see, though you cannot change the outcome of events. For another blessing, the Echo will enable you to know a man's mind even if you cannot comprehend his words. In short, the Echo is a truly extraordinary power, and this power is strong within you. It is only a shame that we cannot use it whensoever we choose. That's right. I too possess the Echo. With that established, let us return to the subject of the Primals. So long as they exist, the realm cannot take so much as a single step towards true peace. Measures must be taken. Measures which transcend boundaries, be they of faction, race, language, or creed. And to do so, the Scions require the aid of those with our talent. Make no mistake, the Echo will be instrumental in dealing with the primal threat. Without it, we cannot hope to save the realm. I know not what it is you desire for yourself, nor what it was that first brought you to Eorzea, but I firmly believe that the power we possess was given to us for a purpose. Why else would the gods entrust man with a gift so extraordinary, if not to have him use it? And so I implore you, lend us your power.
Naturally, your aid will not go unrewarded. We are fortunate to have a number of influential allies, and a word from me that will gladly afford you certain privileges that might otherwise be denied you. The right to employ retainers, for example. Are you familiar with them? They're individuals who may be relied upon to manage your assets and belongings on your behalf. The papers you requested, my lady. Thank you, Jataru. The pleasure is mine, my lady. By the way of welcoming gift, I have taken the liberty of adding your name to the retainer's registry. As of now, you are entitled to employ the services of a retainer. You will need to consult a retainer vocate regarding the particulars of this arrangement. Believe me when I say that retainers will prove invaluable to you in your adventuring endeavors. Let this gesture serve as evidence of your commitment to do all in our power to facilitate your personal objectives. In return, we ask that you aid us to your fullest extent of your talents. Mutually beneficial relationship, I am sure you will agree, and one which serves the greater good besides. Well, that was a veritable lecture, was it not? Forgive me, but it is important to all that are concerned that are aware of what is expected of them. Now you know our purpose and what we can offer you. I invite you to consider joining us. When you have come to a decision, you may tell me without fear of censure. In good faith, I shall entrust you with our order's password, which our members use to reach one another when afield. It is Wild Rose. Pray keep it safe. course, the password is Wild Rose. I can get retainers. Like with retainers, like I feel like I never really used a retainer before for like anything.
I just use it to store all my dungeon gear that I don't have room for in my inventory. Like gear that I might want for looks or for stats on leveling classes or things like that.
You should put that in the
Or
armor.
alternative storage. You can also send them out on like ventures, but I haven't even tried that.
Some pictures you can get like rare map or medium.
You have been fighting for a very long time. What are you fighting?
I know not what it is you desire for yourself, nor what has first brought you to Orzea, but I firmly believe the power we possess was given to us for a purpose. Pray consider this when you give me your answer, Elheim. And we'll go whether the wild rose blooms. Come on, we just got done beating Final Fantasy 2. We gotta say that.
I take it you will help us. Wonderful! I knew you wouldn't let us down. But come, I would introduce you to your friends in the Order. Tell me, does the name Sharlayan ring any bells? It used to be one of Eorzea's 6 city-states, and was situated in the northwest of Aldenard. The Sharlayans were the keepers of wisdom both old and new. Their mastery over magic and ether was unsurpassed, and even the Garleans knew to fear them. Among their number, there were a noble few who devoted their lives to safeguarding the future of Eorzea. When the realm began its descent into chaos, and their countrymen fled for the motherland, they alone chose to remain here. These noble men and women were called the Archons. Those same brave souls stand before you now. The masked woman is Ida, and beside her is Popalimo. The two are charged with surveying the Twelveswood.
Hello there.
Welcome.
Okay, my turn to introduce someone. That there is Thancred.
He is our man here in Ul'dah, Jewel of the Desert.
Welcome to the team. I never doubted that you'd come. If I may, the lovely maiden beside me is named Y'shtola. Limsa Lominsa has the pleasure of being under her care.
Greetings. Last but not least is Urianger, who presides over all affairs within these halls. Pray seek him out whenever you have questions.
Dawn may banish even the darkest night. The words of a dear friend. I am glad of our meeting.
At the Battle of Carteneau, our leader was taken from us. But we did not stray from our purpose. We sought out Minfilia and others with her talent, and together established the Scions of the Seventh Dawn.
Along with the Archons, those blessed with the Echo play a pivotal role in our endeavor to forge a brighter tomorrow for the realm. Oh, I should also introduce you to Tataru, our clerk. She ensures that everything runs smoothly.
Pleased to make your acquaintance.
In time, I hope you will come to think of us as family. But without further ado, I would assign you your first task. Urianger, have the documents arrived from the students of Baldessian?
Aye, my lady. They arrived but recently.
We have received a request for aid from the Immortal Flames. Thancred, would you do the honors?
It would be my pleasure. Some days ago, a crystal caravan registered to Amagina and Sons Mineral Concern was waylaid and divested of its cargo. But there is more. Within a bell of the robbery, several people were reported missing from the shantytown outside the city.
At a glance, one would assume the involvement of bandits, kidnappers, and coincidence. Such crimes are hardly uncommon, and the Immortal Flames deal with their like almost every day. However, this time we have reason to believe that a primal is involved.
Aye, the evidence left behind implicates the Amolja, who are known worshippers of Ifrit. If we then consider the objects that were taken, there is no room left for doubt. The crimes were committed in the name of a primal.
That you may better understand the nature of our struggle with the primals, I would have you play the leading role in this investigation. You have my thanks. If there is aught you wish to know, I recommend you speak with Thancred. He is well versed in the affairs of Ulda.
Ever at your service, fair lady.
Minfilia's all like, I hope you'll come to see us as family. And I'm like, so that we can kill them off and make you hurt.
What? No.
Come on, it's Final Fantasy. That's what that means. Oh, man. There's so much of the A Realm Reborn story is about the primals and dealing with the primals. And then, like, you never really, like, deal with any of them. You, like, stamp them down for a moment and they're just going to come back. It's like...
I mean, that's also part of the point. Is that, like,
right.
you can't really deal with them.
The primals remind me of the summons in Final Fantasy Tactics Advance. Because in Tactics Advance, you also had the whole, like, different summons were summoned by different races thing.
Yeah.
I don't think they've done that in any other game, but this one and that one. Ready to begin, are we? That's the spirit. So then, your mission to investigate the crystal robbery and the spate of abductions. Crimes which we believe to be connected. Assuming you are correct, it is...
I'm glad I have E3 tickets.
It is like any discoveries we make in relation to one of our further understandings of the other. Now, since the attack on the caravan, our friends in the Malgenia and Sons Mineral Concern have doubled security over their shipment. In light of this, it is my judgment that the abductions should be our priority. According to our preliminary findings, the majority of the missing were last seen in the vicinity of Camp Drybone, so it would seem a fine place to begin. A fellow by the name of Isimbard serves the camp's de facto leader. Pay him a visit and see that he gives us his full cooperation. Alright, so we gotta go to Camp Drybone.
Yeah, I think
Just
it
goes
was.
to show you that everybody wants to be a DPS.
I mean, there are also a lot more DPS classes available.
Yep.
Yeah.
I, Isimbard, here to search for the missing folk, I take it. Minfilia sent word that an adventurer fitting your description will be along. She also warned us to be wary of the Almajah. She seems to know who the culprits are at the very least. Now, I bear no official title at this camp, but the people here have come to look to me for leadership. You have my word that I'll do all I can to see the victims safely returned. Let us get right to it then. Minfilia names the Almajah culprits in all this. You would do well to investigate them first. Much harm has been levied on these lands by Almajah hands. The flames burn where they might, but let their light cannot stay in darkness in all the places and all times. There have been brutal murders of callers at the church of Saint Adama Lendana. Innocents wishing no more than to pay their respects to the dead. The poor souls deserve a proper burial, and I would see to the deed before the Mongols catch their scent, but I know not if Almajah still linger. Would you secure the remains for me, friend? You will find them on the eastern road. 12 willing, you may even come to learn something of what the Amalja seek in this area. Amalja.
Yeah, he might have pulled a little too much.
Did he? I don't think so.
Just you know, heal with your knees, not your back. Oh wait, that's wrong.
Yeah, that sounds completely wrong, buddy.
If all else fails, Hearth out and blame the tank. Oh wait, that's wrong too.
No, that's correct.
I've actually let some tanks die because they were so stupid.
Ooh, right corpses. This looks fun. What? Those guys were not there as I mean. Axe. Oh, is this the quest you're talking about where you pick up all the corpses?
Yep. What
Man,
gave it away? The corpses?
Yeah, it was the corpses. All right. It's good to see you've returned. Would you be able to secure the remains of the fallen? Yeah. I like when you hand them the corpses. It just shows a picture of a flower.
Yep.
You know?
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
just handing him
right.
3 flowers.
Okay,
They're not dead bodies. They're just flowers, man. With the bodies given back proper to the earth, the souls will find their way across to the other side. You've done a noble deed this day. I thank you. Now then, what of the Amalja? Did you see any? Surely such massive monstrosities as they cannot conceal their presence, much less take their quarry unawares. So he's like, did you see any Amalja? Surely such massive monstrosities as them cannot conceal their presence or take their quarry unawares after I just had them appear out of nowhere right beside me, right?
Sure.
Ah, so there were
Makes
Amalja
sense.
remaining. Because like you walk into the ring and then they're just like, and then the monsters appear. Like, I feared as much. Their part in the lowborn disappearance is all but confirmed, but I sense there is more to this than meets the eye. The occasional Amalja raiding party would not account for people going missing in these kinds of
No, it's
numbers.
amazing how many people
The total is
get
too
that one
great.
ship.
And the questions too many. It would not surprise me in
Must
the
be
least
nice
to learn
having
of this
AoE
on the other hand.
15.
Alright. Let's do this. Don't need any of this gear. But the XP is nice. What say we turn an eye to the common folk themselves? It may be so among us. It may be among them that we find the reason for these vanishings. 12 forbid it so. There's a merchant by the name of Ungst, who was born here in Drybone and grew up in the Golden Bazaar. A rough character, but he knows the people here better than anyone. I'd wager he's at the inn, quaffing away the day's earnings. Here, I'll write a note for you to show him, else he's not like to speak to you. Oh, gods be damned. You're a bloody adventurer who threatened me back in Old Da. What in the 7 hells do you want with me now? Awkward. Dear friend, missing people, please help. Yours, Isambard. Folk around here are as wary as they come. They'll turn tail and run if you so much as pass wind nearby. I played them all for fools and coaxed them hard into the labor out of them, I did. If anything, they're even more timid than before. But with all the disappearances, you can go talk to them yourself if you don't believe me. Well, he was very helpful. Ah, yes, the hungry beggar. Please, miss, just leave me be. If nothing to say with this, Thal take who or whatever's been feeding off us slow folk. But what do you want from me? I don't know anything, I swear. Please don't kill me. Well, no, they're definitely scared. Just as I told you, wasn't it? The whole lot of them are terrified. There's been a lot of talk of folk getting abducted, but if you ask me, they simply up and move to a better place. This place isn't exactly Costa del Sol. You know what I'm saying? Hey, how you playing? How's it going, man? Welcome back to the stream. Welcome back, Elheim. Have you learned aught of import? I see. I suppose I should have expected as much from Ungst. Well, another thought occurred to me in your absence. The common folk are nothing if not fervent in their religious beliefs. Perhaps if they speak freely to their gods, then the clergy may know something else. Level 25. Isambard would like to learn what you can from the clergy. Yep. If we would know what the common folk speak of to their gods, we've no better place to ask than the Church of Saint Adama Landama, the small and humble church found in the northwest of here. And so long as you're headed there, I might ask you to deliver this embalmed corpse. A morbid request, I grant you, but it must be borne to burial. I trust no one more than you to see it done. Oh my god, I'm delivering a corpse. It's what's that game? Death Stranding all over again. Seek out a man named Marquis. Marquez? He tends the graves of the Lich Yard. He will tell you where the body is to be interred. They don't call it a graveyard, they call it a Lich Yard? That seems like that's bad. It's where we grow our liches, man. How you doing tonight? How you playing? Marquez. I am Marquez, yes. A body, of course. There have been many. So many bodies of late. I apologize, miss. If you seek place of burial, then there's an empty grave on top of the ridge. Take the path and lay him to rest there. Okay. We'll just bury him up here then. I mean, is my job to do that now? Wait. Up there? Maybe? Wait, what? He's somehow up there, okay. This is a very special gravesite. I'll just stick that in there. Bump that body in there, and I'm playing Astral Chain. How do you like Astral Chain? Okay, I'm supposed to bury the body, and I just like lay it in front of the gravestone, and I'm like, yeah, that's good, right? There you go. I just replaced it with some rocks. They can't tell the difference. This is. I mean, it already has a giant gravestone, but I'm gonna put some rocks here. This is good. This is good. May they all walk in Thal's realm. What? Missing people? I'm afraid I can't help you. But maybe Sister Orson can. She's been kind to me. Everyone's been so kind. I don't know why though. pardon me, you will find Sister Orson within our church's walls. I hear you have done us a service of burying a fallen soul. Please accept our gratitude and extend it to Isambard for when you see him next. You seek knowledge of missing drybone inhabitants? It's true I'm closer to the people than any of the other order, but I confide in them, and they in me. When they wish to speak to their keeper, Thal, I am the medium through which they do. Should I learn anything pertinent, I'll be sure to share the information with you. Only Marquise would be more helpful in the matter. I pray he did nothing to offend. He saw terrible things during the calamity. His scars run deep indeed. He seems now to prefer the company of the dead over the living. While tragic, I fear such behavior befits the church. I received word not long ago that one of our recent visitors, a man named Thancred, I believe, took offense at his conduct. I must have word with Marquesan soon. Thancred doesn't like him, huh? Dun dun dun. Right, back to town. Well, when you play a little bit more of it, man, let me know how it is. It looked interesting, but I can't tell if it was really for me. Thank you, Alheim. A burial is no easy thing, even when the departed is a stranger. Were you able to learn aught from the missing common folk? You've been keeping yourself rather busy of late, haven't you, Alheim? Hey, it's Thancred. A pleasure, my dear Isambard. The name is Thancred, and I share a passion with you and our mutual friend here for learning what has become of these missing persons and why. I, too, spoke with Unjust more times than I care to count, and there seems to be some truth to this notion of common folk speaking in their secrets only to those in service of the gods. Prostration, prayer, penance, abject deeds done behind closed doors, away from prying eyes. Who better to take the pious unawares than she who takes confession, the good Sister Orson herself? Or she would. She couldn't. Even the most beautiful roses have thorns, my friend. You'd be wise to keep an eye on this rose. Still, the Lich Keeper, Marquise. I swear that at 12 I'd seen that face somewhere before. Yeah, I bet you have. I already know about him. It's okay. Alright. Mr. Orson, it cannot be, though she is wont to travel the Golden Bazaar on her own. It's not uncommon to see her speaking to the children, but no, it couldn't be. Could it? Oh, I grow weary of these suspicions. Thanks for hanging out, man. I know there is one child in particular that she is fond of. I'll be doing it tomorrow night too, yep. Pray seek out the boy, Alheim, and see if you cannot glean something from him about Orson's activities. Like weird, like juggling, talking to the stream and talking to Discord a little bit. There. See you tomorrow. I'm still working my way through the main quest. Well, first time you do air, it's easy. Please help. Our sister Orson went all out on her own and she hasn't come back. She always reads to me right here about Thal and the Order and the other side. I told her I lost my shiny thing and she went looking for it, but what if the monsters outside hurt her? Please find her. Interesting. Now that I have some dungeon gear, all the gear from the quests is no good.
At least it gives you gold as another option. It's really nice.
Indeed. Perhaps she wasn't bad. You're the one from the church. Thank goodness you arrived when you did. Seems my gratitude is yours yet again. You spoke with the child, yes? Well, I was able to find the lost trinket. It's a ring given to him by his mother before she passed. I will see it safely back to him. I want to ride a chocobo, because then I'll get around much faster and it will be really cool. Walking everywhere we go really sucks. Like how I'm rocking out like just like your basic starter armor here with like at least it's metal.
Metal armor, what's that like?
Sister Orson was attacked, but it's all outside the Golden Bazaar? Gods forfend. I'll secure a room at the inn, so should she require any rest. Searching for the mementos of orphans, and risking her own well-being in doing so, no less? Certainly not the dastardly deeds Thancred would have us believe. Okay. I am well glad I reserved an inn room for Sister Orson. She seems to have received greater injuries from her attackers than she initially let on. Thankfully, she is expected to make a full recovery. But now onto the matter at hand. Thancred came looking for you once more. He left word that he will be waiting at the Amalja encampment to the southeast. I pray the two of you are able to uncover some evidence regarding their disappearances. I'm headed to the Amalja encampment to meet up with Thancred. Is this where we get captured and end up doing the Ifrit then?
No, not yet.
Okay, I don't remember exactly.
I just hit the Ifrit quest. It's maybe like 3 or 4 more quests.
Cool,
Basically, you do all the stuff in Drybone. You do this. You dress up as like a refugee and talk to some people, and then you go back to Memphilia. She has you go to the person to learn what materia is, and then.
Oh yeah, materia. And of course we go back to Memphilia. What was I thinking? Ah, there you are, Heim. So good of you to come. Indeed, we've heard all about good Sister Orson. Eisenbart said her wounds were serious. It would seem my suspicions about the poor Rose were misplaced. But false though they were, perhaps my suspicions were not entirely without merit. Whilst following Sister Orson in your Golden Bazaar, a band of Almajah caught my eye. I've tracked them as far as this encampment, but let's just say I would much prefer to keep my distance than remain here. This, of course, brings me to why I requested you, dear Alheim. Would you be so kind as to take a look inside? Don't mind if I do. Alright. Kill all the Almajah! For now. I like how the other hunter's like, something going on? In the wind. Like right here, man, come on. I'm killing all your friends. You should help them out. What am I looking for here? Search for a clue. Search for a clue. If being a dad has taught me anything, it's that the clue will have a giant blue paw print on it. Or it'll be a queer leaflet. That's also possible. Alright. Back to Thancred. I'm gonna go back to Thancred and be like, I don't know about clues, but I killed all of them. What do you mean? I killed all of them. I mean, they can't kidnap anybody anymore. I was really sad because, like, I was killing them and, like, their friends are, like, 2 feet away looking around like, is something going on? I don't quite... I'm like, aren't you guys supposed to be aggroing? But anything tickle your fancy? I mean, that's pretty common in MMOs, though, if I linked enemies or at least, like, aggro from that distance kind of thing. This leaflet. See the wealth of knowledge to the hands of your children. It looks to be some sort of assembly to provide the poor with work. The lettering, though, atrocious, is it not? And these bits about Naldthal seem somewhat less than studied. I find it hard to believe one among the Order penned this. Pray, take this to the inn at Camp Drybone. Let us see what Sister Orson makes of it. Yeah. We're leveling too fast. First world problems. And do the new meta. Just level 2 jobs at once. Just swap between them each quest. Right? I can believe it. It makes sense though, because I mean, like, you know, you're playing, you don't even know what job you want. You're probably gonna switch once or twice. Yeah, I'm good. I like tanking. My savior comes again. To what do I owe the honor this day? What is this? Blasphemous. These are not our teachings at all. This was not made by any true brother or sister of the Order, or of that I can assure you. I'm gonna think of it. Weeks ago, the church was plagued by missing garments. Someone be posing as a priest of the Order to deceive people? The plot thickens, Elheim. Our culprit pretends to be a priest to lend credence to his deception. There's no doubt an irony in there somewhere. But I suspect we have a worthy adversary in our hands. I shall consider how to best handle this. For now, we must tell Isambard what we have learned from here. Okay, would I have to like put some conditions on it, basically? Yeah, system messages is the only one I have turned on, and it also tells me things like when people join the party. I turned all the other ones off already. Posing as a priest, to think. Yeah, I already have it turned off. I'm not on that tab. Yeah, I was on general. Posing as a priest, to think. These troubling notions aside, it's gratifying to finally be able to move this investigation forward. Thank you once again, Elheim. I shall keep my ears and eyes open now more than ever. I'm afraid I have not seen any unusual activity, nor have any in this camps given me cause to doubt them. But unless we can identify the culprit, and soon more innocents will fall victim. Do not despair just yet, my friend. An idea occurs to me. Our suspect has been posing as a priest, using leaflets bearing false promises to lure the poor. Let Alheim and me serve by posing as impoverished souls in need of succor. I dare to hope this will yield the answers we seek. It will be a dangerous undertaking, but you two are more than capable of looking after yourselves. I'm next to useless in battle, but I can supply the garments for a disguise, and these old tunics and slops should serve your needs, so long as you don't mind the smells and the stains. These will serve very well. You have my thanks. Listen, Elheim. So as to lay the foundation for our little ploy, we must make it widely known that more vagrants have arrived at camp and are just desperate for coin. To this end, I want you to don the old garments Isambard has lent us and beg for work around the camp. Before long, the false priest should catch wind and approach us. Greetings, good madam. Is there aught I might assist you with? Oh, I don't believe that there is. I'm just afraid that our wares are very expensive. Mayhap you should join your fellows out at the pond north of Sandgate. Oh, excuse me. This is a store that takes money. Maybe you should get out of here. I preach the teachings of Yeah, the guardian. Hast thou come to partake of the honey of her wisdom? Zima is the keeper of the sun, goddess of inquiry. All is laid bare beneath the light of her divine countenance. Open thy heart to this light, needy child, and thou shalt want for naught till the end of days. And you are? Another refugee by the looks of you. The immortal flames have neither work nor coin for your like. Be gone and see to it that you don't make a nuisance of yourself. I was about to get to the good part. Looking for work, you say. Sorry, we don't have any openings. Now get out of here before so I can finish my story. What is it? God, it's not again. Look, the being poor doesn't give you the right to pester whomsoever you like. Why don't you keep with your own kind out by that muddy pond of yours at Drybone? You have quite a knack for being a nuisance, Elheim. The camp is abuzz with talk of newly arrived vagrants. And though we were unable to attract our wayward transgressor, we were able to learn the poor have a commune by the pond north of Sandgate, to the east of here. The eyes of the authorities do not reach that place, rather ideal for spiriting away hapless souls. Let's go there and wait for the kindly priest to come and offer us aid and comfort. Needless to say, you'll need to remain in disguise. Fine. Needless to say. A fine morning for catching false priests, wouldn't you say? You look absolutely smashing, Elheim. Positively dressed for deception. All that's left, then, is to wait for our quarry to appear. Oh, you poor unfortunate souls. There's no way for men to live. No way at all. Who are you? What do you want? Be at ease, child, for I mean you no harm. I am a priest of the Order of Naldthal, and I've come to offer you succor. This leaflet bears the teachings of Nald. Trust to them, and they will surely set you free from the shackles of penury. Oh man, there's gonna be a level 25 Marauder quest, isn't there? I actually can do that. A tempting offer, but I'm afraid I must decline. On account of that atrocious performance, you would have made a god's awful mummer, August. What? How did you know you bastards tricked me? Please don't hurt me. I was only doing it to protect my people. If that's so, do continue. Very well. I'm a man of the Golden Bazaar, raised there, if not born. Some moons ago, the Almajar raids began. They would appear suddenly as the sandstorm and plunder the village at will. Plunder and pillage at will. Our defenders couldn't stand against them, few as they were. Everyone lived in fear. I wanted to save my people, but being a merchant was all I knew, and so I did the only thing a merchant could. I approached the Almajar in hopes of brokering a deal. In return for sparing the Golden Bazaar, they made demands, outrageous ones. Demands? What kind, Bertel? First of all, they wanted the schedule for crystal shipments from Nanawa mines. For this, I bribed one of the workers to leak me the information. Next, they wanted me to bring them people, so I posed as a priest to lure the vulnerable and give them over to the Almajar. I didn't have a choice. Protecting one's home is a noble thing, but at the cost of innocence? You could have sought the aid of the immortal flames, yet you did not. I suspect you're not telling me the full story. What made you sell out your own people? Speak. The was good. What did you say? The coin was good, I said. It could sell more mole meat for a score of lifetimes and not see even a fraction of what the Almajar pay me. You sacrifice innocence so you can line your own pockets? Words fail to express the contempt I feel for you. Spare me your contempt. If you want to blame someone to mess up worlds, then blame yourselves or the gods. Ah, not you again. Were you the one leaking the Immortal Flames patrol routes to the enemy as well? Spit it out. No, I know nothing of that, I swear it. At this stage, I'd rather disinclined to believe aught that leaves your mouth, but alas, no matter, there will be time enough to learn the truth. Elheim, be a dear and take word of this development to Minfilia, would you? I shall prize everything I can from out of this filth. The abductees are still somewhere out there. Our foremost priority is to rescue them. Alright, so we gotta go back and learn about materia and then come back here and deal with Ifrit, right? Say that Astral Chain is pretty cool and is worth the playthrough. They're gonna make it a trilogy? Really? Yep. Progress. Welcome back, Elheim. I am pleased that you and Thancred have been getting along. See, you have done well to uncover the truth. My thanks for the report. As Thancred said, we must ascertain where the abducted were taken, and none but the Amaljan know the answer. Suffice to say, they will not willingly part with this information. I fear blood will be spilled before all is said and done. Though we seek a peaceful solution to our primal problem, we must needs be ready to fight for our cause. That you might take to the field suitably prepared as I would have you meet with the goblin acquaintance of mine. His name is Mudamix Bubblypots. He's a scholar of no small repute. Mudamix is renowned for having introduced a revolutionary method of enhancing equipment to Eorzea. The knowledge of this method was once closely guarded secret, but thanks to Mudamix and his students, we have now disseminated the great benefit of all the realm. It would serve you well to require an understanding of the process, and for this purpose I shall lend you a blade. Take it to Mudamix and bid him to use it to demonstrate his craft to you. Mudamix is ever found at his camp in central Thanland, a place known as the Bonfire. Look for a pillar of smoke and the way will become clear. I feel like I never really used materia when I was leveling.
It gets worse than that. I have a friend who did the entirety of the main story with me. He's completed like all the main scenario. He's level 80, has never used materia.
I believe it.
I only started using materia after I hit level 80 and I had like best in slot gear. Because like level 1 and 2 materia gives you like +1 or +2 of a stat, right? Level 3, level 4 gives you maybe 5 of a stat. Level 8 is the currently highest one that gives you 60 of a stat. It's a much more noticeable increase.
Also, in your lower levels, you're replacing your gear.
Exactly.
So often.
It's like it's not guaranteed that you can take materia out of a thing once you put it in.
Yeah, that's kind of how I felt.
Just gotta get into pentamelding for your gather.
How does pentamelding work? I've never tried that.
You just have to have like a high enough level and a gatherer or crafter, and then when you try to meld something, you're just adding. Even though it says it doesn't have slots on it, you're like adding a slot. But it has like a 17% chance for anything after 2. And then goes all the way down to like 10%.
Got it. So is the point of being able to ask someone else to meld is just if you don't have a crafter?
Pretty much.
Slay balloons and obtain their fingers. It's a weird quest.
Okay. We're just gonna skip the materia quest. And back to Minfilia.
Oh yeah, if you need orange juice for the side quest, the merchant to your right sells it for 7 gold.
I got the quest for Hitalu. Welcome back, Elheim. I trust your visit to the bonfire proved fruitful. Ah, what a remarkable difference a single piece of material can make. Granted, the skills needed to manipulate the substance are not easily acquired, but one need only look for the results to realize such effort are worthwhile. I'm quite sure you're aware the quality of one's equipment can be the difference between victory and defeat. Material may well give you the edge you need, Elheim, so make it your ally. Now it's time we discuss the matter of your next mission. Pray speak with me when you are ready to begin. Alright. Word has arrived from Thancred concerning our ongoing investigation. It appears he was able to extract some information from your friend Ungus, the false priest. He revealed that he is due to meet with the Almalja to discuss their dealings. The Immortal Flames believe that the meeting will present an ideal opportunity to ambush and capture the Almalja responsible for the abduction, so they mean to have Ungus attend as planned. As the Almalja are anticipated to offer fierce resistance, the Immortal Flames have requested our support. I would have you provide it to them, Elheim. Thancred is presently attending to another matter, but we will join you as soon as he is able. Until such a time as he does, you will be the Scion's sole representative on the ground. Before he left, he bade me tell you to save some for him, such is his confidence in you, confidence I share. When you have made ready, pray take yourself to Camp Drybone and report to the Flame Sergeant leading the mission. May you walk in the light of the crystal.
Yeah, I have no light.
Ooh, matchstick armor. Ah, you're Elheim Gilded of the Scions. My thanks for coming, friend. We're stronger for your assistance. Allow me to brief you on the mission. Our objective is to capture the Almalja, prize from them the whereabouts of the abductees. Those who aren't aware of their man, Ungus, has been exposed. When they come to the rendezvous point, meet the traitor. We'll spring the trap. Owing to the clandestine nature of the mission, we can deploy only a small contingent. Every member must count, so we requested the aid of the Scions. The rendezvous will take place at the Invisible City. Please make your way there and lie in wait. We stand to learn much and more of the Almalja plot if the mission succeeds, Elheim. Let's make sure it does. Alright, I'm heading to lie and wait at the Invisible City for the Lord of the Inferno quest.
Perfect timing. I just finished my class quest.
Yeah, I've still got to do mine, but let me do this first. I'm going to go ahead and grab Holotali while I'm down here. And the Invisible City's in the other direction. But I can unlock this dungeon.
Yeah, what I do is from Camp Drybone, you can take the Chocobo porter thing, and it will take you most of the way, and you can just get off like halfway up. Alright, after Ifrit, we have like 5 or 6 quests, and then we can get our mounts and our job quests.
Yay. Is the bait in place? Our man's in position, sir. Good. We'll make our move as soon as the Almaja appear.
Want to become famous?
I'm already famous. I'm already famous in my heart.
That's all that matters.
What is the meaning of this? Wait, something's amiss. Oh boy. Oh buddy. I'm afraid your little ambush ends here. I eluded the Immortal Flame's clutches for moons before finally caught. Did you wonder how I managed it? It was almost as if someone was feeding him information from the inside. Aye, your every movement was known to me ahead of time. Now, as much as I'd love to chat for a while, I have appointments to keep. They're all yours. Oh man, we're outnumbered. I need to have 2 axes for this. Leveling mid duty. You can't play Genshin Impact? That sucks. Don't you hate it when you're winning the fight, but then the cutscene comes in and it's like, nah, you lost, bud. Put your weapon at, or your put up your weapon, or your comrade's a dead man. Behind you. Wah wah. Bringer. The rest of you march. Traitor scum. All right. Bid the Almajan to give us their god to their god as an offering. If I must die, then let me die a soldier's death with steel in hand. The Bowl of the Embers is now accessible.
Shield broke.
Ooh, I got a third part of my combo now. That heals me. Want to buy healer. I remember when I did this on the last time, a year ago, I spent like over an hour waiting for a tank and a healer here.
Wait, really? People
It
get
was
this
like
with their leveling
so
dungeon,
pitiful.
like leveling roulette.
Yeah, but it still took for damn ever. It was literally like 45 minutes or an hour. I watched like a whole episode of like a TV show, like an hour-long TV show.
Fletcher, do you not have a single healer at level 20?
I don't have a healer, period.
Nice.
Guys, I got my third part of my combo. I can just heal myself. Oh, but wait, we're gonna scale down, aren't we?
Yep.
Take it all back.
Womp womp.
I got the third part of my combo too. Guess what it does?
Did it heal you?
No, it deals damage.
Oh, you know what? I've got 9 high potions. We're good.
I don't think I ever use
I'll just
potions.
take high potions.
I always forget this game has potions.
Yeah.
They actually do a percentage of your HP. So, I mean, that's
Up
nice,
to
actually.
a certain amount, so not really.
Oh, there's a max. Never mind. Take it all back.
Because having early game potions restore tens of thousands of health. Not something they do.
I like how Final Fantasy 3 gives you an elixir in like the second or third town, and then it's like, okay, but Cid's wife is sick, and she really needs an elixir, and you're like, but you... why does she need an elixir? What's wrong with her? There we go. Alright, so in this fight, we're gonna fight Ifrit. That's all I remember.
Yeah, just make sure that you position him away from us.
Stack him on top of the healer. Got it.
Make sure you
Lord
take
of the
sense
Inferno, hearken our plea. Lord of the Inferno, deliver us from our misery.
Yeah, we pulled a level 70.
Oh, mighty Ifrit, Lord of the Inferno. Your humble servants beseech you, grace us with your divine presence. I bet they're gonna love the fact that I'm watching the cutscene.
I mean, I think that it's understandable considering the first trial in the game. And if you're pulled into it for leveling roulette, there's almost certainly going to be someone new in it.
O mighty Ifrit, we bring before you ignorant savages who know not of your godhead. If it please you, Lord, scorch their heathen souls with your cleansing flame and mark them as your own.
Select Ifrit to actually
Bloody
do
hells.
emotes towards while we're still in this.
Bring those two well.
Left and right on the D-pad.
Yeah, but while I'm in this circle, I can't
What's going on?
select
This
them
ain't what we agreed.
outside of it.
None but servants of Lord Ifrit may hold the right of the summoning.
Maybe
The
it's
souls
due
of
to my
unbelievers are
targeting
forfeit.
Filters.
No, spare me, I beg you.
Because like he doesn't count as an enemy yet. I don't
Pitiful children of man, by my breath I
I was
clean
able
you.
to target him, but not anymore.
Arise once more, my loyal minions, and feed my flames with your faith, and all who stand against us shall burn. You want to do it like in Final Fantasy V, where you like get Shiva first, and then you Shiva on Ifrit. He's like, "Oh my God, you got Shiva!" It's like you're cheating.
But Ice is weak against fire.
Yeah, but he doesn't get to attack Shiva back. You're just using ice on him. Oh, mighty Ifrit.
Oh, if you angle the camera at like a certain angle,
My
kinda
one
like point it
true
down
God.
and hold R2 and then R1, you can get him.
Your words are my bread.
Yeah, I don't think you're supposed to be able to target anything while we're in this circle.
Impossible. By what sorcery do you resist my master's will? Could it be? Your souls already belongs to another? Yes, that's the only explanation. Forsooth, thy frail mortal frame can serve as a vessel of the blessed one, but one. Yet I smell not the taint of another upon thee. The truth of thine allegiance waxeth clear. Thou art of the godless blessed number. The paragons warned of thine abhorrent kind. Thine existence is not to be suffered. I think I made him mad. It's annoying that it takes off Defiance, like by default. Does it do that at every dungeon? You really wants to just ignore his mechanics in this moment. Well, that's it for it, I guess. Didn't he have some kind of thing with like a nail or something you have to beat on?
No. There's only one nail on the level 20 version. The harder versions keep its nails everywhere.
Did we have the nail and I just missed it?
Yeah, you missed it.
I missed it. Okay.
But yeah, if you ever get level sync down, it turns off your tank stance.
Gotcha, that's what's happening.
Always make sure it's on at the start of a duty.
Like I threw my weapon and then like someone else attacked him and he ran off and I'm like, oh shit, god damn it. Like I had it on. Thankfully with it on, it's like really hard to lose aggro, so I can just get it right back. Pray forgive my lateness. I was delayed by a congregation of Amalgist zealots. I swear each seemed more evangelical than the last. Persistent lot. Whew. I see the Bloodsworn wasted no time in extracting the captives, no less than I'd expect from the Flame General's hand-picked men. As for those two, it's fair to say their hardships have only just begun. They have much to answer for. I feel I owe you an apology, Elheim. Had I known this mission would prove so dangerous, I would never have left you to face it alone. You have been given a veritable baptism by fire. But don't let us continue this conversation in more agreeable... surrounds. Camp Drybone, shall we say? This way, so. So that was the mighty Ifrit. What a disappointment he was. The readings are nowhere near what I had anticipated, even taking Old Dawn interference into account. You should know better than to rely upon 5-year-old data left by the 7th Legion.
Sounds good. We don't really
Nor
have
can we expect any form of support from the motherland.
Anyway.
given the trouble at court, we have only ourselves to rely upon. Even the pessimistic... If ever the pessimist, my dear Olivia, promise me you'll never change. We've wasted enough time here. That meteor of yours is too old to give any reading worth a damn. Not that there was aught worth a damn for it to read, but I take your point. I suppose we must content ourselves with the knowledge that we've achieved our primary objective. Yet I find that I am troubled by the adventurer's unexpected show of strength. Could such a foe prove a hindrance to our plans? Perhaps, but as not a consideration. That is consideration for another time. You have been given a task. That is your priority. I suggest you treat it as such. Fail to do as my lord commands, and I will spare him the trouble of punishing you. With allies like that, beware a woman in love. I shall need to be on my best behavior. Alright. You don't get any gear from Ifrit, huh?
Not a normal now.
Fair enough.
You get some cool looking fire glowy weapons for the extreme version though.
Ah, there you are, Elheim. Come, rest a while. You'll have no better opportunity. After witnessing their god's ignominious defeat, the Almalja will be much less inclined to risk our wrath, for a time at least. Now, where were we? Oh yes, I was in the process of apologizing. I do hope you can forgive me. I arrived too late to be of any use to you or the abductees. They may be whole of body, but the same cannot be said of their minds. For once a man is tempered. But it ill suits me to dwell on the negatives. Amidst all our misfortunes, there is still reason to rejoice. Ifrit is slain, and by your hand, no less. That is the deed of no ordinary individual, Elheim. Not that I ever thought you were ordinary. On the contrary, I have long suspected that you may have the potential to shape the fate of this realm. What can I say? My fine eye for talent remains undimmed. I have no preference on a grand company, really. Minfilia will be proud beyond all reckoning when she hears of your deeds. I trust you shan't object to my bearing the tidings to her. That way I can claim to have contributed something to this mission. You, meanwhile, have earned yourself a rest. Take some time to relax, and return to the Waking Sands when you are good and ready. We can discuss matters in more detail then. Just don't take too long, will you? The realm's problems won't solve themselves. Ah, the Waking Sands. Like, other than like what town you have to go back to do it, does it really matter? I was thinking of picking Old Dodge just because it's convenient to move around city. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Ah, triumphant hero returns. Thancred told us the news upon his arrival. He is presently in the Solar, giving a full report to Lady Minfilia. You should join him at once. Lady Minfilia is most eager to see you. My late arrival nearly cost Elheim her life. If I wasn't there when the Almoja took her prisoner. And I wasn't there when she served her to Ifrit. It's by some miracle she survived, but that does not excuse the fact that she should never have had to face such dangers alone. I failed her utterly. Just as I am failing you all. What is done, Thancred. You can ill blame yourself for every... Elheim, it's so good to see you again. Impeccable timing, my friend. I had just finished regaling Minfilia in your heroic exploits. Thancred has told me everything. You've done well to return to us. The perils you faced were undeniably great, yet a part of me believes that I had no cause to fear. Now we can put our paid to our long investigation. As we suspected, the Almoja undertook both the robbery and the abductions with the aim of summoning their primal Ifrit. Nor is this tale limited to Ul'dah. Similar incidents have been rife in both Limsa Lominsa and Gridania of late. I dare say you've been curious as to how these crimes are linked to the primals. Permit me to explain. Having manifested in their physical realm, primals must consume aether if they are to maintain their presence here. And the stronger they become, the more aether they require. Now, aether exists throughout creation. It flows through all life and permeates the very air we breathe. Alas, this alone will not suffice to sustain the likes of Ifrit. Nay, he and his kind require a more concentrated source of aether. Crystals. I'm reading it. I am reading it. Oh, can the stream not hear me? I'm not saying it over Discord. Yeah. It is for this reason that incidents involving crystals can often be traced back to a primal. I mean, I can do it over Discord if you want. Which leaves us with the why of the abductions. To understand this, you must first understand how primals are born. I am only reading the main story dialogue. I'm not reading like all the little side things to like unlock materia and stuff. When all is well with the world, primals possess no physical form. Their essence is dispersed across the great river of aether. However, when the world is plunged into chaos, those who worship the primals cry out to their gods for deliverance from suffering. Those cries serve as a beacon towards which a primal's essence is irresistibly drawn. It is this coming together or etheric coalescence which grants the being's physical form. Once born, a primal gains strength from its followers' worship. The more numerous and fervent they are, the more powerful their god becomes. But the primals are seldom satisfied with such reverence, as their adherents freely give, and in order to gain more power, they do not scruple to create followers. They do this by tempering mortals, a process by which you yourself were subjected. Yet, even as Ifrit took your comrades in his thrall, you alone remain unaffected. This is thanks to the power you possess, the Echo. We know not why, but those blessed with the Echo are immune to primal influence. It is as though a greater power protects us. When first you came to us, I told you the Echo would be instrumental in dealing with the primal threat. I trust you now begin to see why. The recent incidents all share a common trait, meticulous planning. Such elaborate designs are a new development, and one which fills me with an unshakable sense of foreboding. While I share your concern, my presiding feeling is one of relief at your safe return. The immortal flames assured me that they will deal with the aftermath, so you need not concern yourself with that. You may rest easy for a time. I suggest you take full advantage of the respite, Elheim. You may be sure it won't last long. Once the people learn the identity of the hero who fell to Ifrit, I fear you will have nary a moment to yourself. Whether she intended to or no, Minfilia neglected to tell you something I think would be best you heard from one of us. It concerns the tempered abductees that were rescued. I'm sorry to report that all are to be put to death. The flames with whom you were imprisoned included. Needless to say, this information must not be made known to the public. I swear to you that we would not do this if there were any other recourse, but once a man is tempered, he is tempered for life. His very existence lends strength to the primal whom he cannot choose but to worship. And so we Scions continue our fight, and that no more innocents need to be sacrificed. I hope that you will continue to stand with us, Elheim. But I should be going. I must offer my apologies to the Flame General for the losses of his people suffered. Till next time. Gods forgive me, how many more lives? Louisoix would never have allowed this to happen. I have to do better. I have to be stronger. I know people say that all the expansions are like better than the opening part of the game, but even in Reborn, like I like the story.
Yeah, a lot of the complaints leveled at Reborn is just like the sheer amount of side quest, like fetch quest kind of things, especially something that does have such a story.
Yeah, I can see that. But then, like, you look at a game like World of Warcraft, and it's like almost all the quests are just side quests and fetch quests,
right? And like
for like bit characters that have no real part of the story, right?
But like Final Fantasy people aren't exactly used to that.
Fair. And Philly is wearing a rise.
This is the only Final Fantasy game I've played.
Oh man, well you just got to keep watching the stream. We're gonna go through all of them.
That's
all
the
of
plan.
them. I know, right? It's gonna be fun. We'll get back to 3, Friday? Yeah. Anyways. Until not so very long ago, you were but one of many adventurers seeking to make their way into Eorzea. But for your character and courage, you were raised to the esteemed post of envoy. Thereafter, you traveled the realm, aiding those in need, without thought of reward, confirming to Thancred and the Scions that you would benefit from your aid. That the Scions would benefit from your aid. No sooner had you joined than you personally bested the Primal Ifrit. You have achieved a great deal in a short time, and won fame in doing so. Alas, fame does not come without a price, as you will soon discover. We have guests, Elheim, or rather you have guests. Beg pardons. Lady Minfilia, radiant as always. I am given to understand the Scions of the Seventh Dawn have but recently welcomed a new hero into their midst. I am here on behalf of the Maelstrom, Grand Company of Linselements, to offer said hero a place of honor within our ranks. Yeah, I could probably agree with that. The beginning is pretty good set up. The end is just like a roller coaster of story. The middle is the middle.
And it's just all completely unnecessary.
Yeah, it's fair. I mean, I'll compare it to the expansions when we get there. You know, we'll step through it all. It'll be fine. So I'm talking to the different officers. They want me to join a grand company.
Yep.
As you can see, Elheim, your recent exploits have garnered you the attentions of the grand companies of Eorzea. Each organization would have Ifrit's bane for its own. To this end, all three have sent officers to court you. They would not ordinarily go to such lengths to enlist a new recruit. That they have is evidence of their high regard for you. I find myself wondering how word of Elheim's deed spread so quickly that the Immortal Flames would know of her triumph to be expected. But what of the other grand companies? Eep! Tataru. Your reputation precedes you, Mistress Gilded. There's no ordinary woman who would face a primal and emerge a victor. The Order of the Trent Adder has need of valiant women such as you. Join your strength to ours, friend, and together let us ensure that peace ever reigns over the Twelveswood. What a pleasure it is to finally meet you, Mistress Gilded. My comrades speak of you with most glowing terms. Why, even before you aided us against the Almajah, the dreaded primal, yours was already a respected name in Ul'dah. Our people know you and love you well. A woman of your talent belongs with the Immortal Flames. Join your strength to ours, friend, and together let us secure a prosperous future for Ul'dah. The Admiral was not exaggerating when she said you have the look of a hero. Full often does she speak of you, friend. It is only natural that we should want you for the Maelstrom. Join our strength, your strength ours, and let us see the grand vessel of Insulaminsa to the shores of glory. Lady Minfilia, you become so like famous in the base game story. That it depends on the expansion. So like that's true in a lot of them, but then like in Legion, you become like the paragon of your class and are given like a legendary item, like an item from the freaking story. A lot of times it's like, this is Thrall's hammer, you know, like it's an like this is the weapon that was carried by the legendary paladin, blah blah blah, you know, like Lightbringer, you know. This is like you get like these ridiculously like important lore artifact weapons, and you become like the leader of your whole class. Like you're like not just a rogue, you're like the rogue, and they all like bow to you kind of thing. Gotcha. And then the bad part of that though is that when Legion ended, you had to give up those artifact weapons. Yeah, so like we're a couple expansions away from that now. Like they lost their power, more or less. But it's like they were like these epic weapons that had been like in the lore, some of them even from the Warcraft games. And like, I was like, well, so much for that weapon. Let's just throw that in the bin. I found a new green that's better than it. I don't know. Do you ever find like Ultima Weapon or Excalibur or Masamune? Like this is that would be the equivalent. Like being given like Lightbringer is like finding Masamune, and then like getting the next expansion to come out and be like, well, Masamune sucks, and just throwing it in the bin. I mean, Excalibur was cool and all, but now I found Grog's dagger, you know. Very well. Though I am quite sure you need no reminding. Maybe a brief summary of the situation would help you clarify your thoughts on this matter. As you know, the Grand Companies are all-encompassing organizations empowered to call upon martial, economic, and technological resources of their respective city-states at times of strife. These are presently 3 such organizations in Eorzea: the Maelstrom of Insulaminsa, the Order of the Twin Adder in Gridania, and the Immortal Flames of Ul'dah. The Grand Companies are sort of interesting to me. It's like they're not a guild, they're not a faction, like, you know, Horde versus Alliance. So they are like the faction, sort of. Gotcha. It's actually interesting in the newest. It's interesting because like in the new expansion for WoW, for the first time, it's not going to just be like Horde versus Alliance. They're having everyone in the new expansion join a covenant. So there's 4 covenants, and you join a covenant, and I think the PvP is going to be covenant based instead of Alliance versus Horde. So it's kind of like the Grand Companies, sort of, except they're covenants representing large factions in the afterlife, because Shadowlands is going into the afterlife. In return for your faithful service, you will be furnished with various rewards, some of which may prove useful to you in your other endeavors. If you are agonizing over which of the Grand Companies best deserves your loyalty, be these. The commitment you make this day will not be permanent. Should you wish to shift allegiances on a later date, you are entitled to do so, and yet I concede that it is no small choice you face. A thought occurs to me. You will, of course, recall that the 3 city-states are planning to hold remembrance services. As well as a part of the proceedings, I am given to understand the leader of each Grand Company will deliver an address. Hearing these addresses ought to help you make an informed decision. What say you, my dear officers? I wish you could just skip seeing the addresses on like your third character and be like, okay, I know which one I want to join. No, I gotta go to each country and watch their remembrance service. Okay. Yeah, you can. You're right. You can, but I can't. I gotta stream. A fine suggestion. You are wise as you are beautiful, my lady. It just feels weird because like it's literally like it's sort of what we just did. Like we literally just went to each country and met the leaders, and now we're gonna go to each country and meet the leaders of the Grand Company, in which case some of them are the same person. Let Elheim hear our leader speak and then return here with her decision. We eagerly await your answer. I mean, I'm gonna go with Ul'dah because Ul'dah is convenient and I get to wear green, which is nice. Not that I'm gonna have any of their gear, probably. I know full well that adventurers are by their nature a liberty-loving breed and are best suited for the discipline of military service, but I strongly urge you to join a Grand Company nonetheless.
And then, just recently, I realized that you need to get your rank up in order to actually join hunts.
Gotcha. Okay.
So, but really, there's that and PvP are like the only things locked behind it.
You are possessed of great power, Elheim, and with it you are capable of doing untold good. Yet know that great powers want to attract attention.
One more fate and I can get my chocobo.
Not all of it friendly. There will be those who wish you ill, and you must needs be on the lookout for them. Yet however vigilant you are but one woman in the midst of the Grand Company. However, you will be one woman amongst many, a friend amongst friends. Your achievements will be shared, and so will the danger. I can think of no better arrangement. Of course, joining one organization need not mean leaving another. I hope that we can continue to rely upon your aid. The 12 know that we will have need of it in days ahead. The Grand Companies seek to protect their own nations. We Scions, on the other hand, seek to preserve the future of Eorzea as a whole. Similar, yet not quite the same. Now then, I expect that you will be afield more often in the future. As such, I would have you carry this link pearl with you at all times that allow us to stay in touch regardless of location. Eorzea is changing, Elheim, and you have the power to help shape it anew. None can say what the morrow will bring, but so long as we believe in ourselves, there is naught we cannot achieve. Now is the time for you to make ready for your journey. Before you depart, be sure to speak to Tataru. She will apprise you as to where and when the remembrance services are due to take place. Alright. We've made some good progress tonight. Got like 9 levels. Got a couple dungeons done. Moved ahead in the main story. I think I'm gonna call it because it'll give me something to do tomorrow. Well, I mean, I'll have something to do anyways, but I have a bunch of meetings tomorrow morning at work, so I'm probably gonna call it a little early tonight. I'm sorry about all the attention you're getting, Elheim. I might have sung your praises a little too loudly and often. A few too many people next time. I'm sure I'll hold my tongue, literally, if necessary. Anyway, I expect you want to know where and when the remembrance services are taking place. If all goes to plan, Gridania's Grand Company in Order of the Twin Adder will hold the first 3 services. The Elder Seed Seer Kana Isena will deliver her address at Mikeno's amphitheater. I should probably mention that at this point that due to organizational challenges involved in assembling all the involved parties, it is possible the order of the services might change. Still, there's not much we can do about that, so make Gridania your first port of call. Next, you'll need to go to Ul'dah, where the Flame General Reborn al-Din will be addressing the masses at the Royal Promenade. Oh, and it's rumored there'll be a special guest. How exciting! And last but not least, you'll make your way to the stateroom in Insula Mensa, where Maelstrom Chief Admiral Meryl will be giving her address. The room is accessible via the Admiral's lift. Identify yourself to the sentry, Xanthiel, and he will admit you. Got all that? Off you go then. Hope you find the remembered services suitably educational, and I suggest visiting the city-states in my prescribed order. Though with your record of impeccable timing and luck, the schedule may well change in favor of your preferred travel plans. Farewell. I love how they're like, this is the order you should do it in, but if you were to do it in a different order, I bet you'd just be lucky enough that they'd change the order of the schedule. That makes sense. Anyways, it's been fun tonight, guys, but we're going to be calling it here. On every night, 8 p.m. Eastern forward, usually till around 1. Sometimes we stop a little bit at midnight because, you know, work and life and stuff. But we'll be doing more Final Fantasy XIV tomorrow night, and then on Friday we'll be getting back to Final Fantasy III. Also on the weekend, we finished Silent Hill 2. We finished Silent Hill 2 on Sunday, so this coming Sunday, me and Desshire will be doing Layers of Fear for our October Better Half Blind as we continue playing some horror games in October. We will be getting back to Chrono Cross in November, but for now, we're going to stick with the horror games. Anyways, thanks for watching, everybody. If you ever miss a stream, it's on YouTube. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, follow, depending on where you are. Join the Discord, because that's where all the fun happens. And I'll see you next time, guys. Bye.